going to create a quick anchor. Come on over here. We're going to create a quick anchor. Okay, what we're going to do is you need to get, what you're saying is I want to access a state so that when I get into that state, I can go. Okay, access the state and go. Access the state and go. And what you're saying is I get the idea of something, I access a different kind of state, which is more, which is fear. Okay? What if I don't do it right? What if nobody likes it? What if something bad happens? Okay, so you go into a state of analyzing and trying to hedge your bet. Yeah. And then that drains your energy, and then you don't have passion. You have, you know, you're playing with the what if monster. Mm-hmm. But just remember that what if monster is always always a myth. Fear, false evidence appearing real, right? So you go to the closet and your hand's shaking because you know there's a monster in there, but you just go in there and your heart's pounding, you're scared to death, and you just, what's going to happen, and this is going to be bad, and he's going to eat my face, and you're just freaking out, right? And you finally, you grab the door, you open it up, turn on the light, and there's nothing there. It's always the build-up. It is worse. You know, when I worked in the psych hospitals, which I did for years, I worked with gangs and gangbangers and these kids that were sticking pencils in their eyes and committing suicide and had eating disorders and were cutting on themselves and schizophrenia and I mean, the hard stuff, right? And I worked with kids that got thrown out of school and day programs and things like that. But when I was residential, when I was in there, these kids were, you know, I would tell them, I would work with them, and I can't tell you how many times they would say, I'm afraid to tell you what's really going on. I've never told anybody, and I'm just afraid if I open that door, I don't know what's going to happen. The guys would say, the boys would say, I'm afraid I might kill somebody or tear everything apart. The girls would freak out. They didn't know what they were going to do. They're all afraid that once they opened that door, they would never be able to get it closed. Okay, I felt I had the confidence and the flexibility to be able to make sure that didn't happen. And 100% of those cases, they felt better. Nothing bad happened. They got better. 100% of those times. Okay, in those situations, in that context. It was extraordinary. Okay, and they felt better, and they weren't carrying that weight around with them anymore. It was pretty amazing. Okay, now they might have had other stuff. Those were just the ones that just had some bad programming. Some of them that you know, were born with some wires crossed. They had a more difficult time. Okay, but it just goes to show that if you just go for what you want, it's scarier not to. That's what I'm saying. It's scarier not to. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and imagine that your goal is right in this book, and it's right here. And I want you to imagine that your goal is to walk over here and touch this. Okay? All right. So go ahead. Fear, 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 fear. Go ahead and touch it. Fear. Go ahead and touch it. Fear, fear, fear. Okay, good.
That's kind of what
Stop.
happens, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm just giving you a physical representation so your body can access that state right away.
So you see it.
Yeah, so you can see it. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's
Okay. Visual. Right. Just keep that in mind, visual, so I know that I have to show her things. Okay, in my mind right now, just when she's visual, I need to make sure she sees things, she notices things. I give her a big picture of things, because what happens is she gets caught up in details. She sees all the details, and it shuts her down. There's no relief in details. There's no relief in details. There's only pressure and overwhelm when you chunk down into details. That's why you have to learn how to go up bigger picture, and then you can sort out the stuff after you already have everything else in place. Okay? But you're trying to figure it all out before it ever happens. You can't do that. Okay? Ask the world traveler. Even with a map, you can't always know where it's going to go. Sometimes you have to just keep driving. As David says, you just got to keep driving. Okay? So what happens when you're in a bad situation? You just keep driving. Good advice. So, all right, now I want you to think about a time when you, what naturally does make you feel good?
Contributing, helping people, love, unconditional love.
Okay, so think about a time when you've been that way. Last time when you really contributed and make a difference. Picture the last time you know, you help somebody.
Okay.
Okay. What do you see?
Gratitude from their part.
Okay. So.
And love back.
Love back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What feels even better? The gratitude or the love back? I know they're both probably great.
I think I kind of like the gratitude. Or the thought, I'm like, love gratitude.
Yeah, now if you're watching her eyeball, she's looking down, so she's accessing feelings. So she's feeling the gratitude, okay, the love back. The love back is what drives her. You know, the love back is what drives her. So, which makes sense, because if she is in a situation where she's afraid of losing love, she won't move. She'll get stuck. If you were convinced that your book was going to help even just one person to feel so good and they were going to love you for the rest of their life for it, would that be?
Yeah.
Do you see her? Yeah, okay. But that's not what you're doing. What you're thinking about is, what if people don't love me? What if they don't like the book, or they get mad, or I have crazy people call me and they don't like it? Okay, so right now your brain says there's a fear. You've associated a loss of love to writing a book. Which is why there's such a values conflict, because I'm sure that what you have to say would help people, and you know it, but there's such a fear of losing love that it gets you stuck. And your fear often will keep people stuck more, and your fear will outwin your desires a lot of times. Yeah, so we have to shift that balance. Okay, so with that said, so think about the gratitude. She made a picture. Okay, I just want you to notice everything. It's a little weird when I'm doing this, because I'm explaining every little thing, but it won't make any difference at all.
Correct.
Yeah, it won't make any difference at all. Yeah, that's weird that I just knew what she did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she didn't tell me. Isn't that cool? It's a little cool, isn't it? You know, you're seeing an invisible world. I know what she's thinking. I know what's happening in her mind, and she's not telling me. Most people think I'm psychic. No, I'm just reading the pattern, just like you're going to do. Okay, so, all right, so she's creating a picture. Show me where the picture is.
Right here.
Okay, good. I'm going to attempt to use some of the techniques that you guys have learned. All right, so where is it?
It's right here.
Okay, right there, good. All right, and that feels good? All right, great. Hi. All right, just a little anchor. Yeah. Now we're really pals. Yeah. It's so weird, isn't it? Okay, so, all right, so it's right there. Is it in color, I would imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hold it up again. Make it bigger and see if that matters. Does that intensify it?
Yeah.
Makes it better?
Actually, it does.
Make it brighter.
Okay.
Now, this is for me, it might not work for you, but give it some sound, like, ah. I don't know if that... Yeah, I know, but it works for me. So, yeah, no, you're not. You're the visual, not the auditory. So you'd be like, nah, it just kind of bothers me. Shut up. Okay, good. So, all right, so now you have this image of gratitude, and imagine that you're handing that person a book. The book that you wrote.
Okay.
Okay? And they're flipping through it, and they're loving it. You're like, oh, this is making a difference. You see them soften. You see the gratitude building. You see a tear in their eye. This is just so fabulous for them. It's exactly what they needed. It's exactly what they wanted. Okay? And you just feel that inside. And you see that picture and you feel it inside. Feel that gratitude. That gratitude had a color. What color would it have?
Blue.
Blue. So imagine that blue all around you, all around that person. And imagine just filling this room with that blue. Just fill it. Just see the whole room in this blue. Just vibrating energy. Just looks magnificent. It's bright. It's big. That blue just energy all around. Now imagine absorbing this energy. Yeah, sure. So you're sending the energy, and you're also absorbing it as well. Yeah, that's right, auditory. Yeah. All right, fine. Alright, so this energy is going through you, okay? How's it feel inside?
Good.
Now notice, I keep asking, I keep checking. I'm not going to pretend that I know everything about her. I keep checking in and asking and finding out. How's this feel? How's this feel? How's this feel? I'm curious. I'm discovering along with her until we find the recipe. Okay? So, when you're focusing on this, and you imagine the gratitude, and you see the blue around you, what are you saying to yourself?
Just love is opening up.
Yeah. So when you imagine your book, think of love.
Right.
Okay? So your book's over there, and it represents love.
Yeah.
It represents massive love.
Massive love just dumping into the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
massive love
Yeah.
dumping into the world right there.
Yeah.
Okay, go get it. Go get it. It's
Massive
love.
Love.
Now, yeah, you can give her the. Good. Now we're going to condition you again, okay? Because I'm representing the fear. This is massive love, helping people. They need you. Thirsty people, you got water, okay? They're afraid no one loves them. You're worried about losing love. They don't think anybody loves them, okay? You're going to love them. You're going to be the only, maybe be the only person that has ever showed them love, okay? And I'm over here going, oh, but be afraid, be afraid. I'm trying to block that, okay? Go get your love. Go share your love. Go share your love. Really? That's it? I thought you were strong. You're kind of a wuss. Good. Good. Okay? I want you to feel that physical struggle, and then you go get it anyway.
Right, right.
You go take it anyway. Okay? And you're not going to let it stop you, even if it tries.
Right.
You're going to go get it anyway because of what it means.
Yeah.
Okay? It means love. For you, for them. It's important. If you leave this planet with your music still in you because you needed to get another load of laundry done, you're going to be pissed when you're back in heaven. Okay? You're going to be really upset. Yeah. Okay? So you start to adjust your priorities. When you think about going after creating a piece right now, maybe for you right now the first step is just a short story that you're going to share. A short story of happiness and peace. In fact, create a short story of happiness and peace and then send it to me and I'll help you edit it and I'll blast it out to all the thousands of people on my list. Okay?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that short story happiness piece is really setting the stage for bringing that into the world, right?
It really is.
Yeah.
And we're making a small
Creating
step.
a vision.
We're creating a vision. We know what the outcome is. Massive love to help somebody. Now we're creating a smaller step, and you're going to have help. Okay? I'm going to help you. And then you don't have to even know who to get it out to. Because once I help you and it's magical, then I'll send it out for you. Okay? So now you're getting help, you're getting assistance, you're getting support, and you know what it's all about, and you have a small, tangible, easy step that you could accomplish. Now how's that feel?
It feels pretty good, but it also makes me feel like I need to think about my vision more, you know, to put it into a story, to make it bigger. I don't think I've really been with it enough. I have the idea, but I've not, like, written a story about it, because it actually brings to life what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Would that be fun? Could that be really fun?
It would be fun.
Could you see that as creative?
Yeah, very creative and
think about it up
very
here.
good.
Think
Yeah.
about it up here. Okay? Because when you think about the gratitude, I want you to think about it up here. What you tend to do is you keep accessing those old feelings. So I want you to keep it up here. Every time you think about your story, I want you to think about what you could create and how much fun it could be.
Right.
Just talking about different things. We could even have a short conversation where I could give you a couple of ideas to write about that would make it very simple. Because you start to think, well, I have my whole life and everything I could write about. Where do I begin? Yeah, so instead what you say is, well, and you can use the power of the group in here. Okay, so when we're doing some group shares and brainstorming with each other, you can help her to come up with a couple ideas for what might be something that you would like to learn. The smartest authors in the world, which there aren't many of them, the smartest authors in the world, and I was not one of them either, okay, say, what do you want to read, what do you want to read, what do you want to read, and then I go write that. Most authors do not do it that way. Most authors say, this is what I want to read, this is what I think you should read, and then I go try and find someone to sell it to. Okay? Just give the audience, it's like, be a waiter. If you're going to write a book, be a waiter and say, what would you like to drink? Instead of everybody's getting Coke. Make sense?
The actor Will Smith did that with his career. Found out what type of movies people want to watch, and then that's how he's chosen a lot of his movies.
Yeah, and he's done all right. Yeah, so that's excellent, okay? So, now, when you think about us even helping you to articulate it, and we're going to help you accomplish your mission, and now you even have some of the how-to, the why is more important. Why would you want to go through all this? Because it's going to give you meaning. It's going to give you value. It's going to help you to feel gratitude because you're doing this, and it's going to help you connect with others and just fill this planet with love. That's a beautiful picture, and you just fill it with blue, and that's awesome.
I like it.
Yeah, yeah. And now you have the how-tos. You trying to leave?
Well, I didn't know if it's time to go sit down. I'm just staying up here for no reason.
You're the reason we're all here. It is very important. In the beginning, we made a contract that we were going to spend all our time helping everybody else.
Right.
This is happening right now. In this moment, if you're sitting there thinking, well, this doesn't apply to me, and this, what am I getting out of this, and this really doesn't affect me at all, you've learned nothing. And
You're
better,
just
and you better
mirroring
keep coming.
what we're thinking.
Yeah. Huh?
Kim's just mirroring what we're thinking for what we're saying.
And I love your laugh. It's contagious. She was giggle. We worked together yesterday, so I got a lot of that.
Yeah.
Especially when I was trying to lie.
I
Well,
love it.
well, she has a lot of energy. I wouldn't offer just to anybody that I'm going to send my stuff out to to my list, right? So there's a reason why I would do that.
That was huge.
Yeah, there's not just, you know, I think you have something. You got some, you know, you got something there, and so now I want to learn more about it and hear about it, and we're gonna light it up talking about it. So we're done when we feel like we're done, and if we don't feel like we're done, we're not. But we're never standing up here thinking that we're wasting time, because this matters.
Yeah. No, I think that matters. I'm just saying, was it now complete? Am I
don't
done
know.
with the
Tell me.
exercise?
Yeah, you tell me. I don't know. Do we need to keep going, or do you feel like if something tries to hold you back, you're going to go there?
I feel really inspired. I
Do
feel
ya?
like I really want to start writing my story and my vision and really clarifying it, and I'm inspired to act.
Then we have begun. All right.